Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are listening or watching this video, as always, and the only one, your friend, Dr. Winston is us. I'm glad to join you again in this new segment of this show. So what we are going to talk about now is the last part that we didn't have a chance to discuss in the previous video. We are going to talk about border security under the ICE topic. In the previous video, I talked about ICE and I brushed on some of its policies, some of its history, and I also talked about some of the humanitarian concerns in the previous video. If you haven't watched that video, I highly encourage you to go back and watch. I think it's part two. It's ICE part two. Go back and watch that video because we did discuss some very important things in that video. So now in this video especially, we are going to talk about border security. So now, let's just ask a question. Is it important to have simply an open border, or is it important to really have a security at the border? That's up to you. Now, I'm going to give you my personal opinion about border security. I believe as a sovereign country, the United States have the right to protect itself and its citizens. As a superpower, one thing you guys need to understand, we have many enemies around the world, especially terrorists. If we allow the border to be so open the way it is right now, you and I may not be safe. At any time, some terrorists or groups or some other terrorist organizations may slip few of the agents through those borders to infiltrate this country and even plan and a terrorist attack or something on this country, and you and I may be victims. You don't have to be an American citizens. Let's say for instance, 9/11, what happened? We didn't only lose American citizens, we lost a lot of people. People who were working there. We lost so many of other people, white, blacks, and people from different nations. We lost them because there was somehow some weaknesses that they were able to plan and destroy, and they didn't bring violence in our country. So that's why I personally believe that it is okay to allow people to come into this country through the borders, but we must also be careful to know who we are allowing into this country, because by doing good, it may come back and hurt us a little. Having said that, I'm not saying that we should mistreat people at the border, okay? What I'm saying is we have to find a way to have a better vetting system, okay, to allow as many people, especially asylum seekers, people who are running from those gang-infested countries or from those from those dictatorship and so on and so forth, who are seeking asylum, who cannot wait for the legal process to take effect. So they have to run or leave the country in a hurry. So we have to find a way to vet those people to allow them to come in to seek asylum. But at the same time, we have to be careful, okay? We must know who are we allowing in this country, so in the end, we don't be sorry for ourselves. Having said that, guys, I'm not saying to close the border completely, put up the walls. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have to have some sort of border security, some sort of better vetting system at the border to make sure we allow the right people to come into this country. So tell me what you think about what I said, and I welcome your opinions. And tell us, just give us a proposal of how we can secure the border better, and we can come up with a comprehensive plan and send it to Congress. Because as resident of this country, we are all concerned. Some of you may not be Americans, I may not be Americans, but we have children, we have cousins, nieces, and nephews who are Americans. You know, if we need to think about them too. Okay, if we can do something to make sure the future, okay, or to make sure they have a better future in this country, we have to play our roles, we have to do our parts. We can't be passive, especially my generation, the 80s. We can't be passive like that. We can't be passive and we just following. It's time, for some of us to start taking actions to be involved in the political process, to make sure our children, our grandchildren, live in a country that is safe, live in a country that cares about them, live in a country where they can be all that they want to be. You understand? So I welcome you guys' opinions. Let's propose if you have something better or something I don't know. So let's bring some proposals. Let's have some debate and some really serious and intellectual and great conversation or an informed conversation about those issues. Okay? So now I'm telling you, go ahead and go back to the previous videos. Make sure you watch them. And also comment on this video. I'm waiting for your comments. I promise I will read your comments. Okay, make sure you like them, you share them, and also subscribe to the channel. So I will see you guys in the next video. May God bless you.